Hey there, welcome to the latest episode of the Sexy Thyroid Solution. I'm your host, Angela Brown. So today I want to talk all about iodine and thyroid health. But if you could do me a really big favor, if you're watching this on YouTube, if you could go ahead and subscribe to my channel and then hit the bell so you get a notification every Thursday when I release a new video. And then if you're watching this on my other social channels, go ahead and share this with someone who could benefit from this. So let's go ahead and start talking about this. I get asked quite a bit about iodine because if you Google it, it's all over on Google about iodine and thyroid health and the connection. So I wanted to talk a little bit about this. First of all, what is iodine? Why is it necessary for thyroid health? So your thyroid hormones, the two most important and most common ones is T3 and T4. And I've talked about this before in previous videos, why it's important to actually have those checked on a blood test. But they actually are the most important thyroid hormones, and 3 molecules of iodine make up T3 and 4 iodine molecules make up T4. So that's why it's really crucial to have iodine. And it's very common with hypothyroidism to have iodine deficiency. I see this a lot with my own clients as well. Always consider when you're supplementing with iodine though. And that's one of the reasons why I wanted to talk about this. I am not one to just throw someone on iodine without testing. First of all, if you have something like Hashimotos, where you have this autoimmune response that your own body is attacking your own thyroid, typically what I have found is that when people with Hashimotos take iodine, they actually can get a flare-up. It's not always, but it's really common with them. So I actually like to see those thyroid antibodies on a blood test. A lot of women that come to me have never had those checked. A lot of times doctors haven't even talked about it with them. So you really need to see if you have thyroid antibodies present before you just throw yourself on iodine. The other factor is, what form of iodine are you even taking? So there's a lot of different iodines out there. I'm not a really big fan of the iodine that's in a pill form. I think it's really, really hard to absorb, and it's much harder to control what's in that pill. I actually like something like Lugol's iodine, which is a liquid form of iodine. I think that's the most beneficial kind. That's just me in my own practice. What I have found is the best form. I will say, again, iodine, you really need to be careful with supplementing with it unless you're working with a practitioner. I would not just willy-nilly have you take it. I think it's very crucial before you ever start taking iodine that you actually work with a practitioner who can guide you through the steps on how to do it if you need it. Like I said, if you have Hashimoto's, it can definitely cause some flare-ups. So I would be very careful with how you're taking it, what form you're taking it as, and if you even need it. If you don't need it, you can cause more issues. So my 3 biggest points with this: 1, I would assess, do you actually even need iodine? So look at your thyroid antibodies, first of all, to see is that going to affect you. Get some type of assessment with a healthcare practitioner to even see, do you actually need it besides just the fact that do you have antibodies present? And then obviously the form. The form is going to be very, very important. So I would kind of factor all those things in before you even consider taking iodine. And I definitely would factor in working with a healthcare practitioner who can kind of guide you through it. Because like I said, it can make you feel much, much worse if you don't need it, or like if you have Hashimoto's. So if you have questions with this, reach out, let me know. I'm more than happy to help you. And I will see you on the next video. Bye.